do you know your genotype? My genotype is AS, meaning I have a normal hemoglobin and a sickle cell hemoglobin. Now, if you are SS, it simply means you have two sickle cell hemoglobins, meaning you have a rigid hemoglobin that has become sickle. I will tell you the meaning of this in a minute. And I also want you to meet someone that is a warrior with the sickle cell. Welcome to another episode of Bob Speaks. On today's we're going a bit into the human and health sector. When I say a bit, it means there's a particular issue in the society with people not knowing their genotype. For the Sickle Cell Awareness Month, I have been dedicated for close to about 15 years to working and advocating for sickle cell because I lost 3 close friends of mine over the past few years while still advocating with the NGO and while I was in school. And there's one more person while in school. So it's a topic that is dear to my heart. And fortunately, I'm AS, which means I have a normal aging hemoglobin, and then I have the sickle cell hemoglobin. What are the shortcomings, or should I say the advantage and disadvantages of this? You get to find out more. Amongst the genotype breakdown, we have the AA, the AS, and sometimes the AC or the SS. Those are the basic ones available. What we're looking at today is the challenges that comes with being an AS and those that comes with being SS. Now, when I say SS, it means you have double sickle cell hemoglobin in you. It means the hemoglobin that supplies you protein and oxygen has now become rigid and sickle cell. That is what it means. So there's a whole lot of fighting. Imagine your oxygen supply and normal flow of red blood cells doesn't work as effective and easily as it should. You don't get what you need as a human being to survive constantly. You know the challenges coming with that. Some say this variant is common in Africa, while others say, well, it's common in Africa and not easily contacted in other countries, developed countries. I've had 1 or 2 friends in the UK claim it's non-existent. A friend of mine that had a child in the UK, when they saw the child was AS, everybody started panicking in the hospital because they needed to know what AS was. For them in our particular hospital, that was the first time they were giving birth to a child. In the United States, then that was AS. So today, I have someone with me who is dear to my heart, who has been here for a whole lot of time. But I'm sure you want to know who that is. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. On today's episode, I have someone dear to my heart. Her name is Judith Ojonugwa Mathew. You asked me why. The reason is why I said she's dear to my heart. I met Judith, I think, more than 7 years or 5 years now. 4 to 5 years, I think. Yeah. While advocating with Medunama Sickle Cell Foundation, which is one of the NGOs I also volunteer with and work with as their media campaign officer, I met Judith. I think prior to that, I'd met her even before the last one I went to in Abuja. And she's been a darling. She's a warrior because she's a fighter. See her, she's not a greed. She is stronger than most of the people that are even AA. Guys, drum rolling, aka Sickle Cell Motivator, Miss Judith. Hi, darling.
Hi, Mama.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Please don't mama me. Please, I'm very, very, very single. Thank you. But anyway, I love her. She's sweet like that. So Judith is a darling based in Abuja. Welcome to Bob Speaks.
Thank
You look beautiful, by the way. Can you tell them more about yourself?
My name is Judith Ojonugwa Mathew, sickle motivator on all social media platforms, and I live with sickle cell. I am 30 years old. I'm based in Abuja, and I am so passionate about sickle cell advocacy and wellness, overall wellness of everyone that lives with sickle cell. So, yes.
When did you realize that being a sickle cell baby was going to be a lot of pain for you?
Okay, I was actually diagnosed of sickle cell from 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So I didn't know anything as of then.
As a baby, of course, I didn't know anything. So while growing up, I've always like battled pain, constant pain. I didn't even know what it was. Not until I lost my elder sister. I have a sister who passed, God rest her soul. So she was also, yes, she was also sickle cell. So she was always in excruciating pain, in and out of the hospital almost every week. She was always out of school. So as a child, I was seeing my sister in so much pain. And I was also in that pain, but then it wasn't compared to hers. Because for sickle cell warriors, most of us, we tend to have mild crises, while some others have moderate crisis, mild crisis, and higher crisis. So she was having the higher type of crisis, and it was back to back. So when she passed, my parents made me understand that what she was having.
How old was she when she passed?
She died at 13. I was 5.
Wow.
When she passed, yes. So when she passed, my parents made me understand that my sister, her name is Jane, was Jane, because she's late now. So that Jane had sickle cell. And I still didn't know what sickle cell meant. Yes, because I just knew that I was just having pain back to back. But then they let me understand that there's some certain things that I can't do. I should abstain from something like some heavy exercise. I should drink lots of water. As a child, I was always
yawning and all that.
My parents cut me off from all of those things. I was always the get inside kind of girl, like child.
Well, how many were you guys?
Well, 5. But then when we lost Jane, so we're 4. So my sibling, my sisters, as kids, like when rain is falling, I would want to like go outside to play under the rain. They can do that, but then I can't. I was always begging to like, I want to go, I want to like experience all of these things. But then they made me understand that no, I can't do all of those things because I would fall sick.
So as little as, let me say, 1 year, 2 years, you noticed that, and then the fear grew when you lost your sister.
Yes, it grew.
But what are some of the symptoms that makes you know when you have crisis?
Okay.
Or when you are about to have crisis?
Okay. As a child, I always had yellowish eyes. Like it was so bad that you can call me, what's that thing? Like, like cat's eye. Exactly. Like it was so yellowish, like I had jaundice. Yes. It was so pronounced, like you can easily tell. And then I had protruded tummy. My tummy was so protruded, and my arms and limbs, they were so pale, and I had like dry skin. Not now that we're using skincare.
For sure, maybe that's it. I can shit to get anything or
Yes. So, as a child, I had physical attributes of sickle cell, battled lots of crises, different, because these crises, they have different types, like the names. Yes, there's one we call ACS, acute chest syndrome. There's vaso-occlusive, as the total body. There's hemolytic, there's spleen, there's sequestration. So I had almost all of these types of crisis as a child. So it was a lot, like back to back.
So you're doing your PhD presently. If you had this crisis as a child, how did you manage school?
Because it's
really good. Did you running in and out of the hospital?
Yes. This year I've had crisis like 4 times. And when I mean crisis, like this intense crisis that you don't know if you're going to survive it, but then I'm here, kicking, bouncing, thanks to God. Yes.
Thank God. Was there a particular one? I believe your parents are still alive.
My mom is late. My mom died when I was 10 years old.
Oh.
Yes.
How did you manage?
My mom was literally everything. She was my sister, my best friend, my everything all in one, because I couldn't do stuff without her. Yes. So like losing her, I was thinking the world would just end literally, but then having to stand on my own from 10, and I'm 30. So 20 years without a mom, that's
with supportive siblings, I must say. Because I noticed, I'm one of your biggest fans. I'm always there for you. I noticed your sister is always with you in the hospital, at home. Yes. She's by your side. Yes. Shout out to you, big sis. Thank you for always being by her side. We see you. We love you. But then again, there's something else that I wanted to ask. So since some of the symptoms are already identified, is there a way you can sort of curb them before it blows up? Like when you notice you're going to have a breakdown, a crisis, are there things you're supposed to do to curb them, or have you been able to manage? Because you look good. Trust me. I don't want or two because I've been to the hospital severally to sort of attend to these people and give them medications with therapy and stuff. So I want to know, how do you fight it? Manage it rather.
Yes. Honestly, I would say that I have been one hell of a strong woman.
You're a woman.
Because, yes, aside me being a warrior, when my mom passed, I was 10 years old when she passed. And, okay, I would just say it out, but this is something that people don't know, actually, that I actually come from a very dysfunctional home. Yes. So it was very difficult for me to stand all by myself when my mom passed. It was a lot. When I mean a lot, emotionally, physically, mentally, because I've always depended on one person for everything. And now you're telling me for the rest of my life, I will not have that person at my beck and call. That was a lot for me. So I started learning things afresh. Because I don't do things because since I said I was a get inside kind of child. So anything that I had to do, my mom does literally everything. So when she passed, I started learning how to do things. And in that process, I was stressing because stress is one big factor that triggers crisis. So I was stressing myself from 10 up until when I got to 24. I broke down when I was 24 years old. I had what we called AVN. But before I delve into that, stress is one major thing that sickle cell warriors need to cut out. Because running school, it's not easy. Because I have to go to school 3-4 times a week. It's telling on me. And I don't have a car to commute myself to school. So when you see that you're stressed, cut down. But then, yes, take it slow. For sickle cell, for most of us that have like sharp, IQ. What I do is, before I do anything that I know I'm going to stress, I hydrate. Yes, water helps us. Water is like our best friend. If you hack this, you would literally like hack everything. Because when you hydrate, when you eat properly, when you take your fruits and veggies, and when you take your routine medication, I don't miss my routine medication. As a matter of fact, I have my routine medication in my bag. Right now. For emergencies, because I don't know. Yes, so I don't know what will happen. So
Folic acid is one of them, right?
it is in my bag. Yes, it's one of them. Folic acid, Bico. Yes. So I have them in my bag. So I carry these medication around for myself and even for warriors, because I've been out one time and a warrior was having crisis and I just gave them mine. And before you know it, it was like first aid for them before we could take the person to the hospital. So I was so proud that, this thing didn't just help me, it's helping another warrior. So stress, like I mentioned, is one major factor that we need to cut down. And if you must stress, please hydrate properly. So that's what I can say has been helping me.
Well, it's a good thing you're in Abuja, because you see this stress that you're talking about, that is the lifestyle of Lagos. My friends in Abuja ask me every day, how did you relocate from Abuja to Lagos? People are leaving Lagos to Abuja, coming to Lagos. Stress is the lifestyle in Lagos.
Very true.
So I feel Abuja sort of gives you the peace you need. But then again, even being in Nigeria is stressful on its own. And I must say, you're doing a good job.
Thank you so much.
You're doing a good job. But then there's something else I want to ask. For all the time you've had to be rushed to the hospital, needless to say, you had probably one or two family that were supporting you.
Very true.
I've noticed you had to raise funds yourself. How has it been managing this financially and health-wise, basically your personal life and your finances? How have you been coping with the expenses of taking care of yourself?
Okay, so earlier on, I mentioned that I come from a very dysfunctional home. So I would categorically state it here that I have not had support from any member of my family aside my siblings and my dad. Like, my dad's people, no support. My mom's people, no support. So it has just been my siblings and my dad. Yes. And it's a lot because they've spent all they can on me. Every time this crisis come, we need to go to the hospital, and hospital don't come cheap.
Yeah.
It's quite pricey, whether you're going to a government hospital or whether you're going to a private hospital. But I would say that I prefer private hospital to the government hospital because of what the government hospital did to me some time ago. I almost died.
Like, years.
Yes, plain blank neglect. Yes, I was rushed to the hospital one time, and this is it. Sometimes, but no warrior should ever come to this point. I have come to a point where I can be having crisis now. I will just say that I'm having a crisis, like just loosely that I'm having a crisis. But for some warriors, they'll start crying, they'll start rolling and all that. So like it depends. You don't, the one that cries and the one that don't cry is the same thing. I was saying something that nobody should ever come to this point where you max up your pain so bad that you can't even express it. So that time I was having a crisis. I was rushed to the hospital. Like, you can plainly see that I was having a crisis, but just one thing, I wasn't crying. So when they rushed me, the nurse attended to me. She said, okay, just sit down here. And then she goes to sit, and that was it. She didn't attend to me for an hour. I was there wincing in pains, but I wasn't crying. I was just masking it up. And then my doctor friend, Dr. Kelechi Okoro, she came and she was like, why hasn't this lady been attended to? The nurse goes, because she wasn't crying. So I didn't see a need to quickly attend to her. So at that point, I would have died or gone into maybe coma or something. Yes, she said it, like, she said it. This one is not like she sugar-coated anything. She said it. She said, because I wasn't crying, that was why she didn't see a need. So she took it. Yes, to her, it wasn't an emergency. So most warriors, sometimes, even when it's maybe slight, you see them crying, but then I would not even blame them, because if they don't do that, they won't get attended to, and it's bad. So, but then when you go to a private hospital, of course, when you go to a private hospital with your money, your cash, you go there, you say you're having a crisis, immediately they're admitting you or they're attending to you ASAP.
So these medications that you take often, are they pricey? Are they affordable? Is this something you can easily walk into a pharmacy to purchase, or some of them are by prescription only?
Most of our medications, when it's chronic, it's by prescription. You can't just go walk into any pharmacy and say you want to get opioids or NSAIDs. It has to be by prescription. So opioids are higher medications, like injections. Yes, that sickle cell warriors take for their pain.
Just like when they have diabetes, take insulin and the rest of them.
You can't even compare insulin to the opioids.
It's stronger.
Very strong. And most warriors are addicted to those opioids, and they can lose their lives.
Wow.
When they are addicted to it. Yes, if addicted to it, they can lose their lives. So
it's like a tranquilizer. Once they take it, they just relax. They are okay. Pains are gone.
Exactly.
So is it stronger than tramadol?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. And you guys have to be taking that.
When we're in prone, yes, only by prescription. And so when you're in extreme,
it should be given in the hospital, probably on admission.
Exactly. Yes. So it's given in the hospital, and of course, it's quite pricey.
How many times have you had that?
This year, 2 times. Oh. Because I had a surgery this year. So yes.
Oh yeah. Thanks for that surgery. I followed you on that journey. Line. You are strong. You are strong. Guys, she is strong. Trust me. If you've seen a fighter, a warrior, she is one of them. when you give birth, the kids do not have the choice to determine who or what family they come into. But before the partnership, before the union, before the sexual intercourse, it's your responsibility to decide how you want to bring your kid into this world. So that is the responsibility you owe them. So please tell me, what was this surgery for?
Okay, I had ovarian cyst.
On top of this thing where they do you.
Yes.
On top of this sickle, sorry to speak it PG, but on top of this sickle cell that is doing you.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yes. I've been battling with ovarian cyst since 2021. That was when I was 7. So, and I was just managing that. In 2022, I was diagnosed of having enlarged heart. So, yes, the pain started 2021 when I was 7. That's the ovarian cyst. But in 2022, I was diagnosed of having enlarged heart. So throughout that year, I was on medication because of that. Because I cannot walk 1, 2, and I'm panting, like I'm breathing. I'm always dizzy. I'm always anxious. Like I see if something is going to happen now. Like I'm just anxious. So that's a lot. And I was hallucinating. Like it was just a lot in 2022. So I was placed on medications. So my mind shifted from that 2023. But then in 2024, I broke down. I was almost at the verge of having stroke. Yes, I went for MRI. They saw.
I don't understand. From an enlarged heart,
Yes,
which was managing cyst already.
Yes.
What caused this? Was it a particular medication that you took that triggered it, that led to this?
These are
reacting to something.
I would say these are all complications of having sickle cell. The enlarged heart is part of it. I don't have enlarged spleen. My spleens and kidneys, they're all fine, but just my heart.
So are you saying some people usually have enlarged spleen?
Enlarged spleen, enlarged heart, then kidney and liver cirrhosis. So, but then I don't have all of those. It's just the enlarged heart. And last year I was diagnosed of, like, it was just starting because I was already having these symptoms of stroke. Like one part of my body was almost going. So that's still a lot. And then this year I broke down, like back to back pain. I couldn't bear it again. I had to go to the hospital and they were like, "You are a miracle." And then I was like, "What do you mean?"
But you are. See all the things you mentioned.
I was like,
me, let's have small back pain like this. I lie down on my bed, small legs like
I was shocked because my doctor was like, "You are a miracle," because this thing that we're talking now is not what we're supposed to be talking. My friend, let's do surgery. I was like, surgery for what? Yes, because the first surgery I had ever in this my 30 years on earth was in 2019 that I had AVN, and I was just bidding time because they told me that this thing is not permanent. You would have to replace the prosthetic implants,
the hips.
Yes. So I was just bidding time to say, okay, whatever year that I would do the replacement.
Yeah, okay. Everyone that has sickle cell has to undergo that.
So this is complication of sickle cell. Yes.
So some people are lucky to still be able to walk uprightly like she is, doing well, walking, running, and all that. While some people will have some sort of displacement on their nail or hip bone or something happening somewhere. So be kind when you see people outside.
So he was like, "You are a miracle," because this thing was saying, "We're talking something serious. So, my friend, when are you ready for a surgery?" I was like, "What do you mean?" Because I never knew I would have a surgery, because I knew I was going to replace my hip, the implants. But what are you saying about us? Because I was just thinking something we can just do with drugs and injections and then I'm all good. But he was like, "No, this is the last stage that is ruptured." I didn't even allow him to finish. I just broke down because it's a lot. Like having to go through all of this all by yourself. Yes, I have quite a number of people who are rooting seriously for me online and even offline, people that don't want to see me go through pain, but I am the one carrying this pain. So whatsoever surgery or whatsoever medication, injections that I'll be needing, it is me and not them. So I was just breaking down in the hospital. But then I told myself, if I did it in 2019, I can do it 2025. And I was like, what's up? What do we need to do? I was like, okay, I need to pay 1 million naira for the surgery. Before you say Jack, I had the 1 million. Yes, I got help from my friends and sharp. I went for the surgery and they took it out. I have videos to back up what I'm saying. So yes, it's just my scar that I have now, which is quite itchy.
What
the stitches
is that surgery?
In Abuja, who say too. So yes. So I'm recovering, all thanks to God. And then I'm having to we're bidding time because you can't, for someone like me, with everything that I have been through from last year till this year, my surgeon was like, let's slow down because it's a lot. I've taken a lot of opioids, so we need to watch it. So we're basically bidding time for my AVA.
You've done an AVA before now.
Yes, so the prosthetic implant is bad now. So it's just like tire, it's wearing off, so they need to replace.
Is it steel?
It's iron, actually. Yes. So yes.
So they need to
remove.
Some get that in their spinal cord at times when they have issues with it. Their own is bad. Yeah, and honestly, I know.
Yes,
I know someone that did that last year, but it wasn't in Nigeria. She was lucky. She's about 60 plus. While we're still talking about the case of Somi from Arise TV, that also lost her life trying to escape armed robbers that came into our building. Judith also went through an experience in her home just after the surgery, right?
Yes.
Just after the surgery, while she was trying to recover, she had a case of burglary, thieves that came into their compound, and I think I should summarize. Should I make you go through that? Do you want to? And molested her in the process of them trying to rob. Now, it's quite shocking and courageous at the same time because I wouldn't come out to talk about it, God forbid. It won't happen to any of us either. But it happens to people every day. And she was bold enough to talk about it. It's so sad that some of these people, funny enough, might know her situation. They might be aware of what she's going through. And they might not be. They might as well just be looking for daily bread when they decided to go and steal. But going to the point of molestation is wrong. Until date, have they been caught?
No, they haven't.
They haven't been caught. So we need to do something about it. Did you report to state CID in Abuja?
Yes, I did.
You went to police headquarters as well?
Yes, I did.
So the question we keep asking is, when they get these cases, when they get these reports, what's are they doing about it? What is Nigerian police doing about the state of insecurity? What is the FCT minister doing about it? What is the presidency, the government doing about the state of security, especially for people that have health challenges at the same time? If you want to know more about what she went through, you should probably go to your page or contact you via Sickle Cell Motivator on Instagram, on TikTok, and other platforms. But how was it coming out of this? How many people came into your house, first of all?
2 people.
2 people. And you were the only one at home or with your sister?
Just me.
And just you. What time was this?
4 a.m.
Around 4 a.m. when normal human beings should be asleep, right? Was it just your apartment or everybody's own?
No, my apartment and another guy at the back who just came back from the hospital. That's, a day before that night. Because 4 a.m. So the next day now. So the guy has been sick. He was rushed to the hospital and they just discharged him that day.
Is he also SS?
No, he's not. I don't even know his genotype. He's just a neighbor at the back. So, yes. I just moved to the area. So, yeah.
Were they trying to rob you and you blocked?
They robbed him first before me. So.
Before they came to meet you. So it's not like you were trying to stop them from getting whatever they wanted to get in the house.
Him or me?
You.
I was asleep. So
when they came into your house?
When they came into my house. So
it wasn't like you were shouting or anything?
No, I didn't shout because they were holding the cutlass and the scissors that they carried from my shelf. I just made my hair. Funny enough, I just made my hair that a day before that day. And so the hair cream, the scissors, the attachments, everything was just on my table. So they quickly grabbed the scissors and they said they were going to use it on my neck if I let out a shout. So I didn't struggle, nothing. I didn't. They even asked me at some point to lie down flat while they were picking what they wanted to pick from my house. So.
From the house.
Yes.
And even after that, they decided to...
One of them. The other one was saying, Muje, Muje. He was speaking Hausa. Was like, Muje, Muje, let's go. And then the other one goes, she fine now. I did come. This girl fine. I did come. Leave me. And then he gave him what he was carrying. He was carrying my iPhone, my laptop, my television. He gave it to the other guy. And he came into the room and...
So he was the only one there. The other one went to wait outside?
Yes.
So there were just 2 people in the car?
Just 2. But my neighbors said they were 4. Like 2 persons outside, like manning the gates in case of anybody. So they were trying to like call for help. Those 2 were hitting their door to open up, while the other 2 was at the other compound doing whatever thing they were doing. They were disconnecting the lights. Yes, so people don't come out and everywhere is dark. So yes.
When last did the police get back to you on this? Are you following up with the case?
I am. They said I should give them time. It's even, this matter is even in the ears of the minister, the youth minister of FCT. Yes, so he knows about this. It's even on his page. And should I mention his name? Or okay, Honorable Olawande. So he knows about it. I have not heard anything from them, and still hoping and praying. And this case is also in the ears of the DSS. So
they have another case in their ears right now. That's also me as well that happened. But I think your case is quite peculiar. Looking at the health challenges, it's not like anybody's destined to go through this thing. So I feel I can't over-exaggerate the fact that we need to be kind to each other. We are all in this Nigeria. We are all in this economy. So right now, there's a bridge. There's no longer middle class. It's either you are poor or you are rich. It's either you can afford the life of comfort where I can get everything I want, or you cannot afford it. And I'm sorry to say, but the better half is those of us that can't afford it. So if you want to steal, you should identify where you want to go to. That is how I feel. And you shouldn't come to certain places or do certain things. And I feel like the DSS and the police need to sit up and do your job. Because if it was your child it happened to, if it was your daughter, your son, they killed or raped or stole their valuables from, you would track the person down. I know of cases like that. You would track the person down if it was your own valuable as well. But if it's citizens that you do not know anything about or are not connected to or related to in any way, you drag the case till it fades off. That is what you people do. We need to start being more accountable than this, please. And then I also want to push the fact that Judith, as a sickle cell warrior, we don't call them sicklers, we call them warriors. For the longest, more than a decade plus that I've been with them, they are stronger than those that are AA. They are stronger. The challenges they go through, some of us cannot go through it. Trust me. Even as AS, I can't go through some of the things she's been through. And also at the same time, their level of intelligence is amazing. You guys are quite intelligent.
Yes.
But then there's also this theory that if you're outside Nigeria, you don't have crises as much. Is that true? Do you have friends that are outside Nigeria?
Yes, I've had that because my friend Zoe, she's in the UK, and she told me that, okay, because they are in a more saner climate, so
the climate condition, exactly, the easy access to medical facilities.
She said that. She said there was one time, the first time she ever moved into the UK, that she was having a crisis, and when she asked of how to go around it, they just said, all you need to do is just to call an ambulance and they'll come get you. And she did. And they came. That they were giving her medications right inside the ambulance. That before she even got to the hospital, she was fine.
Can you imagine?
She just stayed 2 days and she was out.
Okay.
So you can't have that in Nigeria. I've never heard anyone say they got ambulance ASAP and ambulance came and they started administering medication. No, I have never.
Okay. Welcome back. So I've been having a lot of chats with her. So we're going to do something a little bit off the record today. Since we have been saying that we have 4 different types of genotype, right?
Yes.
We have the AA, we have the AS, we have the AC, which is not so common, right?
Yes.
And then we have the SS. Now, if you are AA, you are the Oga, you are the Jagabam. But then again, you know, it's so weird that lots of AS fall in love with AS.
Very true.
Story of my life.
Very true.
Story of my life. We are sweet people. We are kind people. We are nice people.
Story of my sister's life as well. She's also AS. We see always meeting AS.
You see, so we fall in love. We tend to always deviate towards AS, glide towards them AS, but the thing cannot work. So these are the issues. And then when we meet the AS guys, like there's a bit of pride. What's this? So there's a bit of pride that comes with it. You understand? Most times, you have luck, it will work. If you don't have luck, it will not work. But then again, some AS have been fortunate enough to have AS kids, even as couples married. So they have the AS. They are lucky. But in this new age that we are, there are alternatives. There are various methods to go about it, from IVF to PGT. Yes, there's various ways. And then you can also check the genotype of the child.
The
PGT, yes. And then you can also choose to do IVF or donor sperm and adoption. So there are various ways to go about it. I have breaking news. I almost got married. Serious breaking news. I mean, that's it. I was going to get married some 10, 12 years back. I had the same issue. My dad was in school there. That's when I found out that I just started volunteering with Dunama Sickle Cell Foundation. And then there was this fantastic guy. We're still friends, by the way. And then I realized it couldn't work. So we had to, then I didn't have all these options available to me. So knowledge is key, knowledge is power. So you need to know about some of these things. So right now, I think I have a couple of AS friends that we just maintain the friendship like that. We know that now if you meet, before you talk to them, don't ask you, what's your genotype?
What's your genotype? First thing.
Maybe first thing, before we start catching feelings.
Exactly.
What's your genotype? So I'm going to play a game with her now. I'm giving you full information stylishly. Do with it what you like. So we're going to say this 8 times. You have to say hemoglobin 8 times without taking a break or messing up my word. If you do that now, let me see. What do I owe you? What do I owe you? I'll buy a pair of dress and get it straight without mistakes.
It's like a truck.
I'll send it to you. Small soon.
Let's see. Yes, you can do it. Bob Speaks can handle it.
Of course, more capable. Don't stop playing. Let's go, guys. Watch.
Hemoglobin.
I'm going to read this. That's with me. Okay. So you see, I get to keep my dress, guys. All right, let me do this.
Okay.
Come on, chance up. Go, bum. All right, let's go. Hemoglobin.
By one, no guys, I won.
On board like that, forget. Don't worry. You know, I always like a competition because competition will just make all my brain stand. I'll be a last.
They still owe me the dress.
I definitely. You know, it's still your birthday gift, though.
Yes.
We'll make this work. So, guys, meet Judith, the Sickle Cell motivator again. I love her so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this particular episode of the show. As I said, this is not a rigid show. We are Bob Speaks, which means we're happy people, we're entertaining, we're informing you, at the same time educating you. That is what we are here for. If you also need a media company to cover your events, to produce your media content, multimedia content on various platforms, audio visuals, please contact me as well. Send a DM or call my number. And make sure you follow our YouTube channel at Bob Speaks. We're always there all the time. And then again, Judith Sickle Cell Motivator is the handle, at Sickle Cell Motivator on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat. Please follow her. You can also donate to her well-being as well, because the medical bills are not smiling. And as you know, she's not from the rich kid side. We are not from the rich kid side. She's not. So she could do with all the help she can get. Be nice, be kind, be nice to people, be kind to people. And protect yourself as much as you can as well. And look out for your neighbor as well. So this is Nigeria. What can we do but take care of one another? Until next time I come your way again, be safe and be good. Bye.
Bye.